I think Venezuela is feeling heat.
October 2025, US President Donald Trump confirms the unthinkable. The CIA has been authorized to conduct covert operations inside Venezuela. The mission to topple President Nicolás Maduro and dismantle what the US calls a drug trafficking regime.
I think President Trump believes that Nicolás Maduro is an illegitimate president leading an illegitimate regime that has been trafficking drugs to the United States of America for far too long, and we're not going to tolerate it.
The US has already launched 6 strikes against boats in Venezuelan waters, killing at least 27 people. The administration accuses these vessels of drug trafficking, but no public evidence has been shared. Now, the threat of ground attacks and deeper CIA involvement looms large. On September 2nd, 11 people were killed, followed by 3 more dead on the 15th, another 3 on the 19th, 4 on October 3rd, 6 on the 14th, and a 6th strike confirmed on October 16th, with some survivors reported. US law requires presidents to get Congress's okay before waging war. Experts warn these covert strikes violate both domestic laws and international treaties. Yet, Congress has not voted to authorize these actions, raising serious constitutional questions.
I authorize for 2 reasons, really. Number one, they have emptied their prisons into the United States of America. They came in through the border. They came in because we had an open border policy. And as soon as I heard that, I said, a lot of these countries, they're not the only country, but they're the worst abuser.
Legal scholars demand transparency and investigations. The use of deadly force must follow strict rules of necessity and proportionality. Standards experts say have not been met in these operations. In response, Venezuelan President Maduro warned of failed wars like Iraq and Afghanistan. He is mobilizing a militia estimated at 1 million strong and preparing to defend Venezuelan soil at all costs. Crackdowns on dissent are intensifying as paranoia grows.
Yo solamente digo, nuestro pueblo está claro, está unido, está muy consciente, tiene millones de ojos y millones de oídos, y tiene la forma para que nosotros volvamos a derrotar esta conspiración abierta contra la paz y la estabilidad de Venezuela y ganemos la paz y la estabilidad a la cual tiene derecho el pueblo de Venezuela.
Across Latin America, governments are uneasy. Colombia warns that US military action could spill across borders. Leftist allies in the ALBA bloc condemn Washington's moves. Many countries remain cautious, fearful that this crisis could destabilize the entire region. The CIA's track record in Latin America is fraught with coups, secret wars, and dark alliances. From Guatemala in 1954 to the Bay of Pigs in Cuba to brutal dictatorships in Chile and beyond, Washington's hand has shaped decades of conflict and repression. Already, 8 million Venezuelans have fled economic collapse and violence since 2014. A full-scale US-Venezuela conflict risks triggering a new wave of migration, overwhelming neighboring countries and destabilizing the hemisphere. Despite urgent calls from the United Nations and global leaders for dialogue, diplomacy seems stalled. With tensions escalating and both sides entrenched, the risk of a wider war grows by the day.
A la luz de todo lo anterior, ¿qué le solicitamos al Consejo de Seguridad? Primero, que investigue el conjunto de asesinatos que el gobierno de los Estados Unidos de América viene perpetrando en nuestra región y determinen su carácter ilegal. Segundo, confirmar la amenaza que representan estas acciones ilícitas para la preservación de la paz en la región de América Latina y el Caribe, entre ellas las ejecuciones extrajudiciales, la concentración de fuerzas militares, la retórica belicista contra Venezuela y las operaciones clandestinas de la CIA para cometer asesinatos políticos. Y luego al final, tercero, emitir un pronunciamiento en el que reafirme el principio del respeto irrestricto a la soberanía, la independencia y la integridad territorial de Venezuela como base indispensable para preservar la paz.
Most Latin American nations hold back. Only Colombia and Alba openly oppose the US. Maduro's disputed 2024 election shattered ties. The US calls it fraudulent. Peace talks? Unlikely. Both sides are locked in. The US escalates military pressure. Maduro prepares to fight. Over 8 million Venezuelans have fled. War risks a new, massive migration crisis. Latin America faces chaos, collapse, and unrest. With covert CIA operations now authorized and the threat of open warfare rising, Venezuela stands at a dangerous crossroads. What happens next could reshape the entire Western Hemisphere. The world watches. The stakes have never been higher.
Been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing.